Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome to episode 10 of our Enigmatica 6 Let's Play, where I see an Enderman. I see a Blitz, too. Don't care about that. I'm trying to get the Enderman mad at me. Yeah, here he comes. Where you at, buddy? Yeah, get over here. Wait, where'd he go? Enderman? Oh, God, I jumped. He scared me. I literally just jumped. That scared the heck out of me. All right, well, okay, I made an elevator, and apparently Enderman teleported into the basement. Has nothing to do with the elevator, but I guess that's payback for all of the guys I've killed of him. So, yeah. Wow, that was a jump scare. I was not expecting that. Anyway, yeah, got an elevator. It was pretty easy. Just went and found some sheeps, and I don't like the look of that. I know our basement is ugly as is, but trying to keep it at least semi. I could just I have enough of this stuff. It'd at least have some kind of theming in here. Better than just nothing. At least that way it looks semi planned. So that goes around. Just got to clean this and then get those ores out of the wall, and then it looks semi decent. I'm not gonna say great, but it's better than nothing. Could be worse. How about that? Could be worse. So let's just grab that and that, and I just made a massive mess, didn't I? That was a very large vein of, I don't even know what it was. Iron? Was that iron? Bam, 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 bam. Sweet. So that's that one, and then let's grab this copper, and I'm not gonna vein mine this just to be safe. Okay, I mean, it's not the best. Let's try and clean up the floor a little bit. Probably should just, grab all of this stuff and clean it up. But we never know when we're gonna need it. This dank is awesome, just saying. That coal is going to be a lot. Yep, as expected. And how about this? All right, well, it's like I said, it's better than nothing. I don't know if I've even had a use for aluminum yet, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. Yeah, I mean, it at least all matches all the way around. And I really don't need that there anymore. This is not how I planned on starting this episode. We're supposed to be getting into refined storage's autocrafting, but I saw these things that just need taken care of, and I figured, well, let's just knock it out or I will forget. Not a fan of the dirt, but we can fix that later. We'll fix that later. At least it's something. It's something. Let's go ahead and drop these guys that we got in here, and I think, yep. And actually, let's take aluminum and tin and add it. No, yeah, I don't know why that stuff got added there. Interesting. Yeah, that stuff can get picked up. Allow match item. I don't know why those other things did that. That's, you know what, and that's probably why I ran out of basic universal cables, was because they were getting picked up and going into here for some reason. All right, well, good to know. That goes there, that goes there, the coal goes away, and yeah, welcome to the episode. Okay, so today we're gonna go ahead and get started with some auto crafting, get us at least set up for our auto crafting. So you can see over there on the left in our bookmarks, we have a couple different things. First thing, we have a crafter. I'm missing an item that we're gonna need, which is patterns. So let me go ahead and add that real quick. Oops, so I just heard that guy. Let me sleep through this night. He's going to keep drinking that milk, and it's going to be very annoying, and he just will not stop. Oh, and you can see there in my chat, one of the quests gave me a network monitor for mechanism. I was trying to figure out what that does, and it just lets you see like what blocks of a thing are being used. Please just stop. I'm so sorry. The most valuable thing that you have on you is your leads anyway, so I'm not too concerned about this massacre that just took place. Put that there, that there. As clean as that's gonna get. I missed a torch over there too, didn't I? When I was doing my cleanup, I missed a torch. Oh well. Oh, llamas give leather. Nice. I need leather always. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, autocrafting requires a few things. First off, we need patterns. You need a pattern to be able to craft stuff. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to grab ourselves one little pattern for now. Mainly because we have a quest, and I think it gives us more patterns. But we're also going to need a pattern grid. In order to make the patterns, we can't do it in the crafting grid. The crafting grid doesn't support patterns. I can't, there's nowhere to, well, I can put it away, but there's nowhere to put it. So what we need is a pattern grid, which is a special grid made to, well, do pattern-y stuff. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to need some of these guys. And remember, with refined storage, we can just grab as many as we need. We need more silicon. I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. Not silicon, quartz. Let's grab another stack. We're going to be visiting the nether in between episodes. Incorrect. Let's put that there. And the iron dust, but we want the silicon to go first. Yeah. Go visit the nether and get some more quartz. I'll just start digging like crazy. Maybe find a fortress in between episodes, and then we can go explore that. Sound like a plan? I think it sounds like a plan. Anyway, pattern grid. So we need our grid. So we're going to need a construction core. We're going to need a destruction core. We're going to need 2 of the gold cores. So we're going to need 2 silicon. Man. Always with the running out of things. So we need 2 of these. The nice thing is you don't have to hold shift click in order to get the max amount of items anymore. You just click, it automatically fills it up. So that was those. We need a machine casing. Curious to know how much iron we have, or the quartz enriched iron. And what was that? That's a crafter manager. No, we need a pattern grid. And that should be the grid. And do we have a diamond one? We do. And I made a pattern. That was a reason for why I made a pattern. Okay, so our pattern manager is going to pop right here. Oh, man. I let go just a hair too soon. I'm always afraid that I'm going to dig through something. I'm going to go too far. And destroy stuff. Because this efficiency 4 is too quick. But yeah, pattern grid. So, pattern grid has the same setup. So we need to set it to large. And then we're going to do JAI 2-way. And sort by quantity. Bam. Okay. So, patterns. Let's see what our quest gives us. Does it give us any extra patterns? Otherwise, it's trivial to make some. But let's see what it gives us. A loot box with an importer, which we'll take. But what we need now is patterns. Oh, and actually getting that importer gave us a quest. And that is all the quartz enriched iron that we had. But we can now teach it how to make more quartz enriched iron. Yeah, that was a quest for the exporter and the importer, because one of the quests gave us one of each. Hey, 4 1K storage parts. We'll be able to turn those into stuff in a minute. Anyway, patterns. So what you do is you take your patterns in here and you teach the machine. So what you do, you have your blank patterns there and say, the first thing I always teach the autocrafting how to make is more patterns, because you can't make autocrafting without patterns. So teach it how to do this. So you click the item, you click the plus in JEI, and it's going to add it here. Notice I'm not actually creating a pattern. This is just teaching the system this is how a pattern is made. You click this little button, and there you go. It shows it how to make a pattern. Now this button here, we have two buttons. You have processing and you have exact. Exact is for or dictionarying. For example, it says that it's going to use connecting glass. I should have checked that beforehand because I don't have connecting glass. I have just regular glass, and I think it's shift right click to clear the pattern. Yes. So we don't want it on exacting. We want it on just regular. What I'm going to do, though, is grab glass. Hey. And it should just put regular glass in there. So the exact means that it'll use the or dictionary. So any kind of glass would have worked, or any kind of quartz enriched iron, which is only one kind, or any kind of redstone. It depends on the recipe if you want to leave exact on or off. Generally off is the best so that it can or dictionary, but if there's something that you specifically want it to use only those items and do not use anything else, turn exact on. And then processing mode just tells the machine that the item you have the pattern for is a processing. So, for example, say we wanted to teach it how to make these improved processors. Well, first we would teach it a pattern to make the raw, because that's just a standard crafting recipe. And then we would put it in processing mode and teach it how to make this by clicking on the plus button. And now it's going to say 1 raw improved processor equals 1 improved processor. And then you create your recipe, you put it in a crafter, attach it to your machine, bada bing, bada boom, your machine knows how to do it. We will get into stuff like that soon. But for now, we need to make it so that we can actually use our patterns, because right now, we don't got nowhere to put these completed patterns. You can see here it put connecting glass in there again, but it should be fine. We'll find out, but it should be fine. But yeah, we don't have anywhere to put these. So what are we going to do? Well, you need a crafter. Refined Storage has crafters. They're basic crafters. Or you have, in Enigmatica 6, we have the extra storage mod, which includes different crafters. Basically what they do, I believe the regular crafter has 9 storage slots. The iron crafter has 27. 45 for the gold, 63 for the diamond, and then 81 for the netherite. And then they all have a faster processing speed. So the iron crafter will be able to make things faster. Gold can make it even faster, things like that. All of them require a crafter as a base, though, so that is what we are going to grab right now. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Make sure you're not in the incorrect mode, too. So we need a couple things. First, we need some quartz enriched iron. So let's go ahead and just make another stack of that, or so. However, I ended up clicking. We need a machine casing. We need an advanced processor, so we're going to have to cook that up. We need a destruction core, which is going to require 2 of these guys. And let's get these cooking. And those should be pretty quick. Put that back. So that was our crafter. So we needed a destruction core and a construction core. And we have a crafter. And we are just going to go ahead and, well, let's see what the quest gives us. But we're going to most likely go ahead and upgrade that to an iron crafter, just so that we have it, which is a quest anyway. So we just need 2 golds. Which is not that expensive. And some iron. To be honest, what's it take to get to a gold? 2 more diamonds and then blocks of gold. Yeah, we'll hold off on that one. We don't necessarily need it right now, so. And there's that quest. And netherite crafter is the next step. So what did we get? We got some speed upgrades. We got, looks like just speed upgrades. I'm not going to complain. Okay, so what do we do now? We got our crafter. Now what? Well, you got to hook it up to your system. This hole is not supposed to exist. What we can do is just pop this bad boy down here. Now, crafters do have facings when you're hooking them up to machines. You can kind of see how the facing is. You could look at this as like an arrow pointing, but this needs to be facing your machine. So you would want your machine here. This is the output of the crafter. In this case, though, since we're not crafting anything, it's just a regular crafting table pattern. We don't need to worry about that. So we can just leave it as is and then pop upstairs. And if we go back to our regular crafting grid and we type in pattern, now we can craft it. We don't have any on hand. And it says, oh, okay, you have none. You need to craft some. So let's say, oh, I want one pattern. All right. It's going to tell us that to get one pattern, we have 3 glass available, 3 quartz enriched iron, and 3 redstone. Let's say we want 64 patterns. Oh, no, we're out of stuff. So in order to get 64 patterns, we have the redstone. We're missing 37, or I'm sorry, we're missing 155 quartz enriched iron and 184 glass. So we can't make that much. But yeah, that's auto crafting. I mean, it's fairly simple, fairly self-explanatory. What was that? Speed upgrades? Speed upgrades gave me speed upgrades. But that is the basics of auto crafting. There are a couple things that you can use to help out your auto crafting journey. 2 things is your crafter manager and your crafting monitor. Crafting monitor is going to be handy because it allows you to monitor your crafts. So if something gets stuck or something's not working, etc., or you want to see where a craft is in its process and everything, the crafting manager is going to allow you to view that. So let's go ahead and make one of those, and that was the crafting monitor. I think I said manager, but I meant monitor. And what am I doing? This is a prime example. We need patterns. Now, this is a fantastic update to refined storage. If I hover over this, you can see that I only have 1 pattern in the system. And if we go here, oh, I have no patterns in the system. If we go over here and we go to our crafting monitor, it's going to say, it's probably being hidden behind this, but it's basically saying, hey, you don't have any crafters. Now, if I did this, you can see that it shows up in red. We do not have those. However, since the system knows how to make the patterns, we can actually just control click right here, and it's going to make 2 of those patterns directly from that recipe. Fantastic. I do not believe you were able to do that in 1.12. Amazing that you can just automatically just craft what you need right there, bam, without having to stress or worry about, you know, going in, oh man, I gotta make this, I gotta make this, I gotta make this. It's a pain. You just control click, bam. It does get a little finicky from what I understand when it has to make like a bunch of stuff, or if you're like, say you wanted 3 of those crafting managers, it gets a little bit finicky with that. Oh look, our energy's draining down. It wasn't doing that before when we tick accelerated, if you remember. Yeah, when you start having to request a whole bunch of stuff, it gets a little confused, but for the most part, we're pretty good. Now, a crafter manager is another handy tool. It basically, if we make patterns, we got to go run downstairs, go put them into our crafter, and then pop back up and then come back up here. Crafter manager links up all those so that you don't have to worry about doing that, which is, in my book, extremely handy. So we're going to go ahead and put our crafting monitor up here, which means I need a cable right there. And you there. And there's our crafting monitor. And lastly, we need a crafting manager, which is going to require 2 crafters. I was debating if I wanted to teach the system how to make this, but as it stands now, we really can't. We can teach it how to make the quartz enriched iron, though. And we can teach it how to make these individual processors. So we can just quick click to make these. Not that it's that challenging to make these, but for the future, it's going to be nice to have them. And then construction cores, we'll teach you how to make that. And the destruction cores, since those are basic crafting recipes. and the machine casing. You can quickly see how you run, like, you're going to blow through your patterns. You need a lot of patterns because, like, just that one machine, just this one machine, we had to teach it how to make this. We had to teach it how to make this. We have to teach it. Sorry, that's the wrong machine. This. We have to teach you how to make this. Teach you how to make. Well, we'll teach them how to make these eventually. But we taught them how to make this. Teach you how to make this. Teach you how to make this. Yeah, you can go through your crafters pretty quickly. Which is why I like that extra storage mod, because you have more space. You don't have to just keep stacking. Now, keep in mind the extra storage does use more power for their crafters, so that is something to keep in mind. Speaking of power, we are doing good. We're flush with power. 1.6K output, and we have an input of 12 because we're throttled. We're not using. So great. Quests. What quests did we finish? The crafting monitor. Let's get another loot box. What did we get? Hey, basic processors. We can always use those. And our cables are there. So, that being said, for our crafter, it says, oh, look, we can make some of these items. Let's go ahead and do it. But we really can't, because we need to make the requisite pieces for... We need 2 of these, correct? Yes. Can I make 2 of those? Yes. And this is just nether quartz. Let's see if I can just sneak 2 of those in there. And then we just need our machine casing, which, again, it knows how to craft now. So we could just control click, which we're going to do in a second, actually. So we'll just grab 2 of these. Pop them in here real quick. Clean up our output here. Eventually, we'll set up an exporter to export that into the system. But we'd have to run cabling over there. And we're probably going to move our ore processing downstairs anyway and get into mechanism. So I'm not that concerned about it. Oh, I'm going to need 2 more of these because I need 2 crafters for this thing. So cook those up real quick. So for example, say we want to make this. Oh, we need this. Control click. We're going to make it, and then we're going to go ahead and control click again, and oh look, it finished. But it didn't make another one. I need 2 total. So I have to go back in here, control click one more time, and it'll make another one. And then I can click. Bam. And then we should be able to make our crafter manager. Need a machine casing. We don't have enough quartz enriched iron, but hey, control click to make it. We don't need the crafter up there. It keeps confusing me. What do we need? 2 more of these guys. I'm blowing through my diamonds, aren't I? Yeah, 46. That's actually pretty decent for where we're at in the stage of the game. Eventually, we will 100% need a lot more, and we'll set up some sort of auto mining system. But for now, it's actually pretty decent. So we'll do that. Control click. It's going to make our machine casing, and we have a crafter manager. Go ahead and pop this guy here. And since, and to be honest, I didn't even need to run cables. I forgot. We really only need cables to this guy because they all run off of each other. But hey, we're going to set this to large. And you can see here, there is your crafter. So if we go down here, actually, to our crafter, we can... I thought there was a way to rename these things. Maybe in the crafting manager you can rename them. You can name them by the machine. No, I lied. Oh, well, I thought we could rename them. I'm gonna have to look into that because I thought that was a thing. But I guess I could be wrong. Hey, look, and that gave us another crafter, which we can then just turn into a iron crafter pretty easily, except we need 2 of these guys. I mean, it gave it to us. Why not? Why not just do it? Just do it. And now we got another iron crafter. It depends on your usage. Like what machines you're gonna hook these up to and everything is gonna determine. Do you need an iron crafter? Do you need a regular crafter? Like if you have a machine that just does one thing and one thing only, you can just get a regular crafter. But if you have something like your pulverizer or your smelter, you're going to be smelting a lot of stuff throughout the course of the game. You're probably going to want to go with a gold or even diamond crafter on there, because you can only have. You can't stack crafters on top of each other and they act as one crafter. You have to hook one up to every single side of a machine, so it becomes a pain. It doesn't look good, and some machines just don't even allow it. So it kind of just all, depends on the machine and how you want things to look and all that good stuff. So yeah, we got auto-crafting set up. We got our crafter manager. The only thing left for us with refined storage is to actually start diving into auto-crafting with our processing machines, as well as fluid storage, because it can store fluids. It can store water, it can store lava, it can store whatever you want. What I have found the best way to store fluids is to create a tank and have a, like an advanced the mechanism tank that I've had up there for forever. You say you have a tank or an ender tank, even depending on what your fluid is, and you hook that up to your refined storage system with a external storage set to fluid mode, and bam, you have your fluids. There is fluid storage items in here, so fluid storage discs that can store 4,096 buckets of fluid storage, but yeah, it depends. It just depends on what you're using it for. But yeah, so next episode, let's get into some more auto crafting. I may move some of these machines downstairs, or we may even create new ones since we're doing pretty decent. This could be our manual processing line, and then we can have a automatic processing line downstairs for our auto crafting. Mainly because, like I said, you have to put those crafters on the machines, and it can get kind of cumbersome, kind of ugly, I guess you could say. It depends. I'll decide in between episodes how we want to do it, if I want to make another set of all these machines, or if we want to just move these downstairs, or even put the crafters up here. I mean, it just means I have to run the cable from there over to here, and then I just have to hook up one, and then all the others will be hooked up. So it's not that big a deal. But anyway, so yeah, TheAndrata signing off. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Any suggestions or anything, feel free to let me know. I'm always open to that. And we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.